Final Fantasy Resonance was recently announced over on the Nintendo Direct, and it has definitely become my most anticipated game of the year, and now I want to tell you all about it and everything that we know about the game. Square Enix has been releasing Final Fantasy games one per year, and I was so afraid that the Final Fantasy game that we were going to get this year was just going to be Dissidia, the mobile game. But no, we're getting a true blue Final Fantasy game, turn-based, with a world map, HD 2D, looks fantastic, and I want to tell you everything that we know about it, and that's totally worth the sub as you come and you join the party and you level on up with me. Thank you so much for your sub, your like, and your brand new hype. It helps me out a ton. So this is coming out on October the 22nd of this year for the PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 for $50. And it is coming out physically as well, game keycard on the Switch too. They're calling it a console quality experience in the same vein as the Octopath Traveler 0 remake that we got. So they're taking Brave Exvius and they're turning it into a console game. It's based on the first season of that now canceled mobile game. There were 5 seasons total, but they're only taking the first season here and they're turning it into the game. But it also incorporates elements and other updates as well as unique story content all its own. This is not just a straight port. This is not just a straight remake of it. It uses that story of the mobile game as a foundation, and then it builds everything else from the ground up. It has a new overworld, chocobos, and airships, as well as new songs as well, and of course, no microtransactions to pay $50, and that is it. There's also secrets and side quests. Gilgamesh is in here. There's a Colosseum, like in Final Fantasy VI, with deadly monsters and rewards, and the Chamber of Arms as well, which is like straight out of Final Fantasy V, with the legendary Zodiac weapons and all this kind of stuff, as well as Ultima Weapon. Looks really freaking amazing. So it follows the story of Rain. He is your main protagonist, and he is a knight from the kingdom of Grandshelt, and he has kind of an interesting relationship with his dad, and he's going out to kind of save the world and the magical crystals from being destroyed by the Veritas of the Dark. So he joins up with his friends, Laswell, who's also a knight, and of course his best friend, Lyd, not Sid, who might as well be a female Sid, and then Fina, who is of course a magical girl summoner who has amnesia. So yeah, we have our group of 4 heroes. It uses turn-based combat system that uses a turn order gauge, not an ATB system, with the turn order gauge displayed at the top of the screen. Enemies have a stagger meter that builds each time that you hit it, and whenever you stagger them by hitting their elemental weaknesses, they will kind of get stunned. So if you've played Octopath Traveler, you know what this is like. Basically, you look at their shields, you look at their elemental weaknesses, and then you're like, okay, he's weak to fire, gotta hit that weakness, boom, he's staggered, so I'm going to get an extra turn, and they're going to skip their turn. So you want to be able to cover as many elements as humanly possible here, and you do this by equipping visions. Every character can equip various visions, which bring in their own attacks, their own skills, their own magical spells, and things like that. And each character or each vision comes with their own things. Like, for example, Cloud comes with thunder spells as well as physical hits. It doesn't replace the move sets that your party members already have, it just kind of augments them, and it supplements those moves. So you can have, your main character and then say, okay, I need some wind magic, so I'm going to equip Zydan as the vision. You're going to be seeing these visions or these characters from all sorts of different Final Fantasy games. They're all coming in here, so it's really nice. Also, if you are able to stagger all of the enemies, like if you stagger one, it's fine, you just get an extra turn. But if you stagger all of the enemies, you're able to basically do a limit break. It's called a resonance. And you can call upon one of the 4 different visions that you have equipped, because each character gets their own vision, and they'll be able to do an all-out attack to deal tons of damage or put a really good support skill on your party. I will say this, this might just be a me problem, but whenever you are summoning these visions and you have this huge pixel art aesthetic, and then all of a sudden you see CGI, it's kind of jarring. Just gotta say, I wish it was all pixel, you know what I mean? So it is kind of jarring and kind of strange, but it is what it is. It just kind of feels out of place. So here we can look at one of the visions. This is Zydan, And you can see here that he has various mastery bonuses. Right now, you are at Master Rank 5, which allows you to learn Mug. So then you can see it goes all the way up to Master Rank 9 with AP plus 8. And each time that you gain a Master Rank, you'll gain an ability, you'll gain a skill, sometimes you will gain a passive thing like Stamina plus 5 or AP plus 8, things like that. And there's also locked abilities for Zidane. It is Steel that has like a little lock on it. That's a locked ability. It also shows his role, which is Saboteur. It looks like they're using the roles from Final Fantasy 13. Like it has Sentinel, it has Medic, and things like that. And it also has Zidane's element right there, which looks like water and wind as well. And then his Resonance, which is his limit break. If you stun all the enemies, you'll be able to use that Resonance. And it says deal wind magic damage to one enemy. So not only are you collecting visions, but you're also collecting summons. I said that Fina is a summoner, and she's able to call upon these espers into battle. And you find espers. That's how you get more summons. You don't just get them by leveling up, you find them in the world map, so it really does make you want to explore the world and find things as much as possible, just like you found summons in Final Fantasy V. The developers did say that Final Fantasy V was a huge inspiration for this game, so I think that's really neat. You also found summons in Final Fantasy IV, so I'm really, really liking this. It says that they're tucked away in corners of the overworld, so you really do have to get out there and explore and find these summons, and then, beat them in combat so that you can summon them yourself. Same thing with visions. You find the visions. They are in shrines in the overworld, and then basically you'll get this dream montage of the character showcasing his story and their game and all that kind of stuff. And then you have to answer a little quiz or a series of questions related to that character, and then you're able to unlock them. So if you haven't played some of the past games, you better get on it so you can answer all those questions. These visions, they level up separately from your character, so your character has their own level, the own experience points, and then the visions have their own levels, the master levels, which I showed you earlier. And here we can see Fina's stats right here. You can see that she has a role of a medic. She currently has the Onion Knight equipped at master rank number 6. She has her equipment, which is weapons, armor, and then 2 accessories, the vision that she's equipped, and then various abilities. She's dual cast locked into her, which costs 50 AP, and it looks like she has 165 AP available for equipping other things. Then over there on the right hand side, you can see what you can actually equip and how much AP it costs in order to equip them. So there's 3 abilities under Knight, 3 under Cecil, and 2 showing under Cloud. And then next to it, it will say how much AP it costs in order to equip that ability out of a maximum 165 that she's available. So for example, Darkness that's highlighted costs 15 AP for her to go ahead and equip that ability right there. Down here we can see Rain's status screen, and basically it's showing you the various visions that he has available that he can equip and the master ranks of them. Right now he has Leia equipped at master rank 5, and then the various roles that you're able to get and things like that. So it looks really neat, and it shows you exactly what attacks that they have. So it looks like Medic or Leia is able to do healing as well as light-based damage, whereas the Breaker to the left is able to do fire, physical, and ice-based damage. So you can see what damages they're able to exploit, what weaknesses they can exploit, and how they can stagger the various enemies so you can complement your characters and supplement those weaknesses. It looks amazing. Square has come out to say that it is a 30 to 40 hour game, or 60 to 80 hours if you are a completionist. And again, it's coming out October the 22nd for the PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 for $50. And gosh, I cannot wait. But now we hear from y'all. What do you think about this news? Are you looking forward to this game? What do you think about it? Because it looks amazing to me. Let me know down in the comments. And as always, have a good day.